The Agile Manifesto was basically a set of guiding values and principles that these software developers decided on, like, you know what, it's going to govern this Agile methodology that we have come up with. And it consists of basically 4 values. And I'll be sharing that with you. The 4 values are individuals and interactions over processes and tools. The second one is working software over comprehensive documentation. The third one is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And the fourth one is responding to change over following a plan. What exactly does this manifesto mean? When they say individuals and interactions over processes and tools, it basically emphasizes, like, the importance of people and their interactions in the software development, the process. Like, you need to, like, interact with your developer, you need to interact with the people that you're working with. It basically prioritizes your team members over just, like, getting instructions and everything. So it basically prioritizes collaboration, communication over, like, strict processes and relying too heavily on, like, tools that you're using. So basically that's what, like, this particular value was about. In individuals and interactions over processes and tools. It basically emphasizes the importance of people to this software development process to deliver your product, because at the end of the day, you are not the one that as a product manager, you're not the only one that would basically deliver your product. You're not the only one that would say, oh, I'm a one-man team, I'm just going to build. It doesn't work like that. You have to work with different people to basically come up with the outcome that you're looking to achieve. So yes, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. The second one was, like, working software over comprehensive documentation. This is, I know we've already spoken about, like, documenting, or we've talked about, like, the mom test, we talked about writing our problem statement, like, all these are documents and all that. While comprehensive document is writing a comprehensive document is quite important to this process to be able to understand what you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that it's not just documentation that you can have to show, like, at the end of the day, right? Your software has to be working. So it values working software over comprehensive documentation. It basically places importance on seeing that your product actually works. It's not just about what you've documented. Like, your product works the way it's supposed to work. It works, users like it, and it's not buggy. It's the process is not just weird and people cannot do it. So even if you're documenting the process of development, it still values the fact that you have a working software over comprehensive documentation. The third one is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. What does that mean? It means that it's not just about, what, like, your bosses say. Like, it's important what your boss say, what your bosses think should happen, right? But it's very important that you should know as a product manager that you are building for people, you're building for users. So it's very important for you to collaborate with your customer rather than just think that, I don't want to, like, mess up my contract over what I want to build and all that. Your customers are very, very important to this process. And Agile methodology prioritizes your customers, prioritizes collaboration between the product team, which consists of, like, you, the developers, the quality assurance person, the designers, your stakeholders, and the customers is very, very important because they are your most important stakeholder in this process. You are supposed to focus on what they want, in solving their true problem, the customer truly solving their problem. Like, the Agile methodology is very, very strict over that, like, saying, you have to collaborate with your customers over contract negotiation. While the last one is responding to change over following a plan. At the beginning of, like, building a project or building a product, of course, you would have come up with a plan. This is my roadmap. This is what I'm going to build. I'm going to build this feature first, and then I'm going to go on to this and all that. But at the end of the day, it's just a plan. While for Agile methodology, right, you should be flexible, you should be adaptable. If something comes up, if the customer change their mind, if you find out something, you should be able to easily respond to change over following a path, which is where, like, Agile methodology, like, excels over the waterfall technique. Because for the waterfall technique, you would have gone too far that it will be very difficult for you to respond to a change, even if, like, a customer gives the feedback. But if you're building iteratively, you're building small incrementally, you're building small, right? And then you're shipping as you're building, you can easily respond to change. You can easily respond to feedback that you have gotten from your customer. Like, you're not so rigid that you have to just stick to your plan. You can basically respond to change. So this is where the Agile Manifesto comes to play, and it basically governs how you go through the software development process as a product manager.